Hello, my name's Fred Roissetter. And just to introduce myself first, I was born in Plymouth, Freedom Fields, and lived in Saltash in Cornwall and the early part of my life, and then went on to Harrogate in Yorkshire at the Army Apprentices College there, and did 12 years in the Army, 3 years there, 3.5 in Germany, BAR, British Army of the Rhine, and 3.5 years in Northern Ireland during the Troubles, 74 to 77. And then I joined the Foreign Office from the beginning of 78 until I retired in 2011, March 2011. Well, it's May actually. And so it's just to give you the idea of the concept. The concept is that the four countries split up. I'll come to that. You see where I'm going. So Scotland has already got its own parliament. Northern Ireland has its own parliament, and Wales has its parliament in Cardiff. So England will get its own parliament back, and then I'll go on from there. Each of the four countries will vote in 3 members each to the High Council, making 12 members. Every year, the High Council will move from, as an example, Scotland, from London to Edinburgh to Belfast. I'll come to that a bit later on, and then to Cardiff. So every year it'll move, and where it is sitting, an extra member is put in from that country. It's going to be like a mini EU in a way. So Scotland can even vote to be a republic if it wants to, but we all stay together because of the High Council. The High Council of the glue. So you see where I'm going. And from that point of view, because it's revolving, each of the countries has the responsibility for 1 year before it moves on. The High Councillor will be voted in the year before, so there's an easy movement into the slot the following year. Right, so that's the basis. And then I'm coming really to Ireland, which is a separate and special case, Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland, subject to agreement, not pushing anybody anywhere. But of the 3 High Councillors, 1 from Northern Ireland and 2 from the Irish Republic, subject to agreement. And initially, when it comes to the Northern Ireland High Councilship, to be based at Downpatrick, because that is where St. Patrick's bones are supposed to be buried, underneath the cathedral and the stone of St. Patrick. So bringing Ireland, because of St. Patrick, closer together. And we'll see. So that's a special case, but 12 representatives and 1 High Councillor moving round. So that's the basic idea. There's what I call the bundle that sits underneath. That touches on private pensions companies, and there's a bit about law and order, or the results of what bad people do, where they go, and there's quite a few things in the bundle. I'll come to that. Just initially want to get you the idea of the concept, the main points. That 3 are voted in from each of the countries, making 12, and it will move every year, and where it is sitting, an extra one is put in, basically to become, the High Councillor basically become like a president for the year. The High Council decide on which laws to be made and put it down to their respective parliaments or to the parliament. So the laws eventually will even out, and Scottish law and English law and Northern Irish law and Welsh law, although Welsh law is with English law at the moment, so it starts to even out. And eventually, the outcome of the time is that, from my point of view, I can use my English bus pass in Scotland, in Northern Ireland, possibly Southern Ireland, and in Wales. So for us pensioners, we get the benefit as well. Okay, so that's just something that I'd like to point out. So thank you for listening. I'm in my summer house here in Turkey, near Fethiye, and another thing that I just want to work on is that the House of Lords to shift from out of the House of Lords and come under the Queen, so they have no part in making laws. The English Parliament to reduce initially to 201, with the objective of going down to 101. In my opinion, we are over-administrated, and I can save, if I get anywhere, some money that I might be able to reduce the direct income tax from 20% to 15%. If Brexit goes ahead, we have to pay for that, and it's already been pointed out that it could go to 25%. Up to you. Where do you want to vote for? Do you want up 25% or 15%? I don't have to finish the rest of the story of that, do I? So there we go. And with the 4 representatives, we can go back into Europe, and we can have another referendum within each of the 4 countries, and then we can drive 4 representatives into the EU and change the EU from the inside out. We can't do that with Brexit. Not no way. So there you go. That is, I can't say policy. It depends how you want to vote on things. Thank you for listening to me. And I'll just give you a little view of my... It's lovely. I like it here. Really, I don't really want to go into politics, but Brexit's driving me crazy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.